Welcome back, everyone, to the second match of the first day of the 12th Alliance tournament. This is CCP Fozzie, joined once again by Apothny.
Hello.
And we have another great match for you. This is Ineluctable versus the tournament heavyweights of Exodus.
Yeah, we've got two Gila teams fighting each other, probably the first of many Gila teams we're seeing. But what's interesting is the way they've been different in how they support. We have Ineluctable choosing to support with 3 carries. Amazingly strong EAFs, you've got the damps, you've got the extra bonus points scrams. However, the Exodus team have gone with some Maulus, both teams have gone with 3 worms, and then we have an Orthrus as well on one side, which is brand new shit. That's going to be really, really cool to watch.
Very pretty ship. You've got that up on your screen right now, I think, for everyone to see for a bit. And the match has now begun. Both teams did come in at max range. We're seeing the augmented Valkyries being dropped by the Exodus team, while Acolytes and Infiltrators get dropped by the Ineluctable guys. And the drone swarms are moving across the field right now.
The Crow of Mr. Falcon burning straight into the danger zone. Let's see where these drones decide to apply themselves. We've already got some drones heading straight onto what looks like, where are they going? Onto the, unsurprisingly, the Scimitar.
Yes, yeah. If they can knock down these Lodges fast. The drone swarm for the Ineluctable guys is kind of sitting out in the middle of nowhere right now. It looks like it's still following around a frigate.
Simi of Ineluctable already taking massive damage.
That's a huge amount of damage. But look at the rep he got on it, too. I mean, wow.
That's incredible. Already bleeding the structure, and he's just going to go so quickly.
I can't imagine he's going to survive too much longer. He's tanking right now with his ASB, but that is going to run out of cap charges. For anyone who's not familiar, ancillary shield boosters use cap charges to keep them going, and once they run out of those, they use too much cap, and you just
can't. Ineluctable looks like they might be losing a worm as well. The Simi has to rep itself and another ship. That's going to burn through its cap really, really quickly. Oh, the Simi of Ineluctable, so low structure, come on!
There goes a worm down there, worm down already.
That's back to full.
That Simi is still in he's in 10% structure right now. He is right on the sliver of structure. He lost all of his shields and more structure in that last volley. But
Paragoda is such a hero, my god.
Yeah, I have to imagine, though, his ASB is going to be on reload any moment now, so if they can keep the fire on him, he'll go down so fast, because once those shields are gone, it's just going to be a look at him, and he'll drop. There he goes.
There goes Simi, but also Sabotage and Nagila struggling in low shields with the reps from the Simi. Might start breaking structure. Looks like he's slowly breaking. At the same time, another worm from Ineluctable goes down, and their final worm is in deep, deep, deep structure, despite having full shield.
Clearing these worms, I think, is a great choice. They provide a lot of damage onto the field, and they've got mid slots that can be used for these damps and target painters. Sabotage is tanking quite well.
Yep, another carries goes down for the Ineluctable team. They've lost 4 ships so far, and Exodus have lost nothing.
Yes, I mean, Exodus, we all kind of came into this tournament expecting them to do well. They came in third twice in previous tournaments. They've been a very strong competitor, and they are just a team that you're going to be facing a really, really tough fight with good piloting every time you come up against them. We see Agila go down for Ineluctable.
It is only getting knocked out by tournament champions that defeats Exodus. ATXII, they were knocked out by Verge of Collapse, a winner. ATXII last year, they lost to Hydra and PL. You cannot have a better reputation than that without being Hydra or PL.
Yeah, I mean, they're a very, very strong team, and this is demonstrated it. When you see here is 2 very similar setups, and yet obviously the Exodus one was much, much stronger in the field. You're seeing the Scimitar taking a bunch of damage for Exodus. You're seeing all these Gilas that got quite low, but they're able to keep these ships alive, while Ineluctable, after a heroic attempt by that Scimitar of Paragoda to stay alive, they did lose the ships, and that's obviously the whole difference. If you can keep these ships alive, even when they're in deep shields, it means that all of that damage has been wasted by the other team.
I think that while this might be a pretty heavy loss for Ineluctable, I don't think they should feel too upset about it, because they knew going into this match, Exodus is this giant team to overcome. They've never been in the AT before. So it's more of a case of, we have an opportunity to have a go at one of the top dogs, give us a real test of how good we are in the first round. They were probably still expecting to lose, but it means that they can go into the next round saying, okay, we now know every possible way this could have gone wrong, what exactly went wrong. They've trained now with the best.
I mean, they also came in with what is obviously a very strong setup. This kind of setup is something you mentioned it when we saw the setups behind the scenes. This is the kind of thing we expect we're going to see a lot of. A lot of good teams are going to run these kind of setups. As we see Joshua Fortrain's Gila, the last of them for Ineluctable, go down. It really is the kind of setup that we're expecting a lot of smart teams to be relying on as a bread and butter kind of commonly used team. And they overall brought something that would probably beat most of the other competitors they could have come up against. They're going to be a team that I imagine you're not going to want to come up against in the losers bracket.
Yeah, I mean, Ineluctable have shown that they understand the meta well. They know what they're doing. Their Logi pilot obviously is fantastic. I mean, if you're heading into the losers bracket, they will be facing the loser of the last match. They'll be facing Razor Alliance. Razor have got to be watching this match going, we can't pull any punches against these guys.
So we talked a little bit between ourselves right before the match about how one of the big differences between these two teams are the choice of command ship. We've got the Vulture for Ineluctable, the Claymore for Exodus. There's a couple of big differences there. The Claymore is, of course, faster, has better active tanks for once your Scimitar dies. The Vulture has higher resists for while the Scimitar is alive. And the Vulture also has the nice advantage of letting you use the information warfare links to make those carries even stronger.
Yeah, I mean, and choice of links is a very interesting option. I mean, the more links you run on your command ship, the inherently weaker tank it is. So you've got to think about your setup and go, what will this setup benefit from? You can't just go full siege, we need to be able to tank everything. You think, what skirmish links do I need? What info links do I need? And you've got to make that choice by how many you can afford to run and how much that's going to affect your command ship.
Now we just have the Vigil left of Ace Makaru for Ineluctable. He's running around the edge of the arena, but he does have now the Crow of Mr. Falcon orbiting him quite close. He's going to be going down before too long. Oh, he's got what must have an active tank there. Yeah, he is shield boosting. Is Hero Vigil going to try to solo the entire team? He's
doing his best, bless him, but you can see the drone slowly make his way over to him. He is not long for this arena.
You know what I think he might be trying to do? He might be trying to get to that mobile micro jump unit to launch himself out of the arena in style. I don't think we've seen anybody boundary violate from these yet in the first match, so if he can be the first person to use a micro jump unit structure to boundary violate, that would be one notable achievement.
That's a great attitude, though. You've lost the match, but you still want to put it on a show for viewers. You know, total props to Ineluctable for this match, despite losing in a rather one-sided fashion.
Yeah, he's moving really slowly. I can't imagine, actually, like he must have some kind of prop mod. He's not getting too close to the mobile jump unit, but it's just a matter of time now as we see the rest of the Exodus team kind of slowly catching up to him, and he'll be going down quite soon. So let's talk a little bit about some of the matches that are going to be coming up later in the day today. What are some of the matches you're most looking forward to, Poppy?
So I really want to watch the Affirmative versus Pasta match because the team captain, Grey Gal, is one of my favorite people in New Eden. She has such a passion for the game, such a passion for helping new bros. They're going to be fantastic. Also, I think Tuskers versus CFT is going to be a great match a little bit later on after that. You've got kind of the two polar opposites of New Eden coming against each other. Tuskers, very small gang, solo-based, small ship PvP alliance. CFT known for just owning Placid, dropping their super caps very well, but also
those will be great matches to see. We do now have this match over as that last Vigil has gone down, so we're going to send you back to the ads and be back in just a few minutes for one of those great upcoming matches, Affirmative versus Past the Syndicate, very soon.
See you later.